Welcome back to Us Against Everything. Today it is me and Landon.
What's up, everybody? It's always me and you.
Obviously. Today we're back once again. It's been a few days, unfortunately. Landon's been busy working. We've been busy doing everything. Fighting for our lives against, everyone's love life decisions. Because we get into some good, let's say chats about a few things. Epstein episode, by the way, is still on the horizon, but today we're going to talk about why we are attracted to the wrong people. I feel like this needs to be a public service announcement because it happens way too often. Do you know that I'd say like 10 or 11% of the world is with their genuine soulmate?
I feel like it's less, but at least it's that much.
Well, it happens more often than not. And most of the time people will be like, is this the guy? Is this the guy? Is this the guy? I literally had a woman send me for 5 question text readings a profile picture of 5 different men on Tinder and asked me if any of those men were her soulmates. And I was like, not even one.
Going on a dating app already is probably not the best.
It's the worst.
I feel like the probability of you finding your soulmate on, let's say, Tinder is probably 0.000000001%.
Right. You hear those odd stories, those one-offs, and then you're like, oh, it could be me too. No, it's not going to be you.
Like, I met my ex on Tinder, which brought me to you.
Yes.
But I still met you in person.
Thank God. I like that we met each other in person.
Me too. I'm very happy. We met at a garage sale, which was great.
Right?
In person while I was with my ex.
And me too. Don't worry.
But the point is met her off Tinder and she was not it.
Exactly. That is the point we are trying to make. Those dating apps are dangerous. The guys are dangerous. The women are dangerous. Like,
women are unhinged and they have some sort of like problems, while the men have some severe psychological problems.
Sex. That is all.
Right.
Like,
and they only want sex.
Dick pic galore.
Yeah. They just want to have sex. That's all they want. Like, that's it.
And even the ones that say that they're not interested in wanting sex, they want to get to know you, still turn it back to sex. They'll be like,
no, they're just saying that to be nice.
So do you like to cuddle? Do you want to cuddle my fingers? Like, people are just, they say some weird shit.
Yeah, but again, it's all about sex. Like, they're just trying to be nice, but they're just trying to see how far they can push the conversation.
The one time that I went on a dating app, started talking to a guy, everything was going good. Now, let's keep in mind, I hadn't dated a man in years. Why? I forgot that I stopped dating cisgender men specifically. And I go on this dating app, and this guy's like, hey, so on our date, what were you planning to wear? And I was like, fuck, weird question. And then I'm like, I don't know. And at that time, you knew me, right? I was wearing jeans.
Yeah, you were jeans.
I was a jeans girl.
Yes.
So I was wearing a pair of jeans, and I'm like, I'll probably wear jeans and top. He's like, can you like wear spandex? And I was like, what? Wear spandex? For what? Why the fuck?
Why?
Like, it was just so weird. And then I'm like, you know what? Sorry.
Are we gonna play superheroes? I don't understand.
Sorry, Rufus. That's not his real name, but I'm just giving him, I don't even remember the name, but because he creeped the shit out of me. I'm like, I actually picked up a shift, so I'm not gonna be able to work. But maybe you should go to Tim Hortons and find a woman in spandex and talk to them.
Imagine his name really was Rufus.
God, it was something like that. You know, I just had the worst luck with dating cisgender men specifically. And like back in the day, before they had, this is going to show my age here. Before they had online dating, they had phone line dating. where you would call in, make a profile, and then you would leave a message. And me and my friend used to do this all the time and fuck with guys hard. Like, we would do it, and then we'd hear these pervy men, and then we'd scream into the phone because we were like so disturbed. But anyways, as I got a little older, I dated another guy, and he was like, so I have a confession to make. And I'm like, oh, okay. We had just gotten to hang out and everything. He seemed cool. And then he's like, I am going to jail in 3 days. And I'm like,
good luck.
Oh.
Don't drop the soap.
But I was confused. I'm like, oh, like, are you going to like jail? Are you going to like prison kind of thing? Like, what, is this like a 10-day thing? Is this a 5-year thing? And he's like, I just don't know. And then a week later, I get a phone call from a payphone telling him on the other line saying that he had just gotten out of prison. I don't believe that guy. I think he was just making up an excuse, but it was just a weird situation.
That is very fucked up.
Yeah, so let's just say it's safer to stay away from the online dating, guys. And a lot of people, is another common thing is like people not being the picture. Like, they don't look anything like their profile picture. That's another one.
Yeah. I don't have like super crazy stories in any capacity of like dating online because I am like an in-person person.
What about the 60-year-old lady?
Well, I was gonna get there and she wasn't 60. So
she's probably 60 now.
Probably. Maybe even older, I don't know. Or not, I don't know. But
Landon was in his 20s. Let's just clarify that part.
You're like trying to tell the story like you were there.
Listen, I've heard it a few times, and you were a child, and this elderly woman was hitting on you.
I was 26.
Same difference.
Just getting divorced, trying to get back out into the dating world. And then I did go on a dating app, and I met this woman who seemed really nice. And I have always liked older women.
So true.
Even my first wife was older than me. So I've always been that way, which is fine because I just click with older women.
Did she often buy like the Jolly Green Giant products for frozen vegetables?
Ironically, no, those were not allowed in the house.
Probably offended her.
Well, she got called that a lot. But anyways, so back to the story here. Went on a date with this woman. She was very nice. She was like, oh, let's meet at Tim Hortons. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I don't really drink coffee, but sure. I get there, and then she decides to tell me her age. And at the time, she was 42.
So she definitely was not 22 or 32.
Right. Definitely a little bit older than what I'm used to, but it wasn't even her age, which was the reason I ended up walking away. There was 2 reasons.
You didn't walk away because you found her cane?
No, there was no cane. Anyways,
there is now.
One, her like pheromones, her perfume, all that jazz smelled like mothballs, which not into.
Because she stood for oil paintings. That's all that grandma mama left in the will.
And then the second thing, which was the actual biggest reason, was that she had a child.
That you were younger than.
No, that I was 1 year older than. He was 25.
No, I draw the line.
26.
Absolutely not.
Right, which that is where I was like, yeah, I just don't think it's going to work. She was like, okay, that's fine. Thanks for your honesty. And I said, like if your child was like a teenager, that would be different. But being literally 1 year younger than me, I feel like it just would be weird. And I don't want to be like a stepdad to a 1 year younger than me person.
That is the most pedophile-y shit I've ever heard. I'm sorry. I have a kid.
No, we've heard worse.
No, we've definitely heard worse by a long shot. But I'm sorry, but no, I could never date somebody at the same age as my child, because the mentality of where my child is and the mentality of that person are probably going to be about the same.
Well, I would say not for me. In my instance, I'm very vast beyond my years,
I
but
mean, you were, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that you were in your 20s and she went on a date with you anyway. You also look about 5 to 6 years younger than your actual age, which means were probably sitting at about 20, 21, barely legal. That's what she wanted. She wanted barely legal.
I mean, maybe
Disgusting.
she just like I don't know what she wanted, but there was that one, and then obviously the only other time I went on a dating app was when I met my last ex before you, so
Yeah.
which led me to you. So
Educating all of you guys on what not to do. Learn from our mistakes, but also we got some really good advice. When we date somebody who's really wrong for us, our friends know, our parents know, the group chat knows, but you're still like, there's just something about them. But no, seriously, what is that? Like, why are we so emotionally aware, so intuitive, that we can read energy, we can read other people's energy so easy? Then someone texts us saying, hey, and suddenly we forget literally everything that they put us through.
because people, I think, have this idea that which a lot of people have where they can like fix somebody, change somebody, make them a better person. But somebody is only going to want those things if they want them for themselves. You can't make them, just like that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Right. It's like you said, it's a challenge. You want to be like, oh, let me fix that person. You're so right. We also find toxic relationships exciting. Like,
Yeah, because it's like the chaos, right? It gives you entertainment. And that's what a lot of people are about nowadays. They just want to be entertained.
absolutely. Like, the second someone is in a stable, normal relationship, we're like, I don't know, something's missing. Missing what? Peace? Stability? A will to live?
Right.
Today we're getting into all of it, like the patterns and everything. I would always recommend getting the opinion of your people around you. And don't be offended, guys. They're not into the person that you're into. They're seeing something that you do not. You would do the same thing. I really believe that the zodiac, has a huge part in relationships. And I'm not talking about moon rising, thunderbird shining. I'm not talking about those ways. I'm talking about the regular zodiac. That stuff is called birth chart stuff. That is not zodiac. This is zodiac. Don't get it twisted. But this is probably one of the easiest ways to see who is a good match for you and who isn't. And before we get into that too, I do want to mention, people will say, if not on a dating app, then where? Go out. Go to a library. If you like
Or
coffee, go to a coffee shop with a friend of yours. Like, whatever, go out in the world. Go to a party. Don't go to a club or a bar. Those are the
no,
worst.
bars and clubs are also not it. But if you're also a drinker, they have the sipping paints.
There you go.
Anything that is going to get you maybe in a creative mind.
Right.
Get like whatever your
up,
hobbies are, that's what you should try to find somebody
confidently, similar. Do your hair up. Like, just go make yourself look pretty or handsome. Whatever which way you flow. Anyways, let's get back into...
People forget that ancient way that people used to meet people.
Right. Go out. They're not going to come to your door. And if they are, chances are that they're a serial killer.
Right. Why would you also want somebody to just randomly show up at your house, like before you even know them? That's weird.
Listen, we don't need to manifest that kind of energy. But back to Zodiac here. That is like the biggest cheat sheet, right? So if you are someone who is a fire sign, like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, think about it. What is a fire? A fire is like hot, passionate, romantic. It's exciting, right? The best sign, just saying. Anyways, It's giving main character energy. If you're like a quiet person that wants someone to like entertain you all day, go after these three signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you want to be with somebody who's like, it's the me show, go after these signs too. If you're looking for someone who is loyal to a fault, like somebody steps on your toes and it hurts your feelings, guess what? Your Aries is going to go and protect the shit out of you. So is Leo, so is Sagittarius. Like, we got that shit. We will fight for you. We fight with fire.
Facts.
Also, we can also put on a show. We are funny. We like to be dramatic. We love that main character energy. Fire feeds off intensity. So that's that kind of thing. And then if you're somebody who's like an Aquarius, now Aquarius, they think way too much. They don't always have a filter, but they are super fun and they don't want to steal your spotlight. Hello?
No. Us Aquariuses stay in the background. We're more observers than we are like main characters.
And that goes for Gemini and Libra as well. They're pretty chill. They're pretty chill energy. Now, when it comes to the Earth side of things like Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, they're actually people that will like pretty stable consistently. They like to sleep at night energy. That's probably something that would annoy me. I need someone who's going to stay up. They enjoy their sleep. Thank you, Aquarius, for staying up for me.
We never sleep.
They text back. They show up. They're reliable. But also, they tend to be a little bit on the emotional side. They do, however, put a lot of their energy into love. Not always feelings. But if you're interested in deep talks, emotional reassurance, emotional validation, they're the one for you. Now, when it comes to air signs, back to you guys for a minute, because I just love the air signs.
It is the best sign.
You guys are so interested in like conspiracy related things. Like, you can get into it like the elite. Humor is great. The vibes are immaculate. When you laugh, I'm intrigued. Emotionally, they're not the best. And that's okay though. I'm good. I'm already an emotional person. I don't need an additional emotional person in my life. I have too many emotional people. But they give you enough to keep you there, just enough to feel good enough. Air feeds the mind, not always the heart. That is very true. When I need, I'm like, hey, listen, you fulfilled my mind. I need a little bit heart time. It's like, oh yeah, shit, that too.
Yeah, because we are more logical thinkers and we are more like factual.
The great thing about the air signs too is, let's just say you are mad or angry or anything like that, they will not stop until they know that you are on the same page as them. They're like, no, we need to fix this now. There's like a full investigation. That's another thing. Now, if you be cheating on them, they are like the FBI. They will know.
Don't fuck with us. We will find you.
Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, they know. And you cheat on any of these signs, that's it. You're done. You're toast. Dead in the water. Speaking of water, let's go to the water signs, which, by the way, water travels many different directions because water is extremely indecisive. Oh, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's a big soul connection. They're pretty deep. They're like, oh no, they see me. They do feel everything. Emotionally, mentally, physically, they feel it harder than any other sign. Water absorbs. So if it's healthy, it stays beautiful. It's not so healthy, you're both crying, nobody knows why, and nothing's getting solved.
Again, we have had a lot of experience with Pisces signs, Scorpio, and Cancer. So
yes.
Very true on all of those.
Your brain also is very wired to go towards what feels familiar. Not always what's good for you, might I add.
It's usually never what's good for them. And
if anyone
ever.
says otherwise, good luck.
You're also dead in the water to them.
Going back to this, fire is always going to make you feel like you are loved. Earth is going to make you feel safe. Air is going to make you feel mentally stimulated all day, and water is going to come in and open you whether you're ready or not. Now, let's get into some of this advice here. Now, I'm going to say this with love, but also like your friend who has heard this same conversation for 65 times today alone. They are not your person. If you are questioning it, and I don't mean like you're getting cold feet because you're going to walk down the aisle and you're like, I don't know, is this person for me? And you start looking at all their tiny quirks. I'm talking about if they make you feel like garbage and you are texting me to do a reading for you and you are telling me stories of all these horrific things, they are not your person. I don't care how busy they are. I don't care if they have a lot going on. I don't care if Mercury is outside doing backflips in retrograde. People who want you are very clear about that.
And they will stop at nothing to make that known. They will make time. They will make effort. They will put in the effort. Effort will be like, this is like, they will do extravagant things and then say, this is the bare minimum I could do.
Exactly. You are not a detective. You are not on a true crime podcast episode. You do not need to decode a hey like it's evidence. Hey does not mean he loves you. A like on your story is not emotional growth. And watching all of your Insta stories, that just means his thumbs are working.
Facts.
So relax. Also, can we talk about this whole falling in love with potential thing? Because that is where people lose me. He's actually really sweet once you get to know him. Okay, but right now he's giving inconsistency, confusing, emotionally unavailable with Wi-Fi. And you're dating a trailer, basically. Not a movie.
Facts. He's not ready. Like, people like that are not even ready to be in a relationship.
They're just keeping you as an option. Sad to say, but it's like you're good enough to get their attention, but you're not good enough to get their heart. And it's not your fault. It's just they're distracted with something else. Whether that's another person, whether it's just being single, whatever the case may be, leave it be. It's not worth it. You will save yourself a lot of time and a lot of energy. Our skin does not stay beautiful for very long.
We don't stay young forever either.
Exactly. So don't waste your precious years, your very sexy years on garbage. It's not worth it. At some point, man, you got to leave the theater. If you feel like you have to perform to keep someone interested, that is not attraction. That is a job. And you are not auditioning. You don't need to be cooler, quieter, hotter, funny, less emotional, more understanding. And if they say any of those things to you, throw them in the fucking trash.
And light it on fire.
Literally, don't you dare change for a goddamn person.
So if they have to choose you, if they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. You doing the absolute most is not going to suddenly make them all of a sudden develop a common sense.
Here's another thing. You're addicted to the cycle, the attention, then the distance and the comeback. It's like a high. You get a high off the person picking you for a minute. They are not, because
eventually that's going to get old. That's going to get boring.
It is.
And you're just going to get tired of it. You're going to get worn down from it. It might be exciting to some, not me, but some people might find it exciting for 5 minutes. And then once you're getting hurt over and over again, then it's not fun anymore.
Let's get into this real quick too. When it comes to affairs, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. But if you are sitting there waiting for somebody who has been with somebody for, 5 years, you're waiting in the background as that person hoping for that man to leave his wife, he ain't leaving. She ain't leaving. If it's within a year, Okay, you want to give them a year time, whatever. But anything above and beyond that, they ain't ever leaving. Just remember that part. Landon and I have been together for 8 years, married for 5. This is not a judgment, but this is more of an experiment, if you will.
It'll be 6 in October.
I know, right? Why are we attracted to people who just give us enough? Like, not enough to feel secure, but enough to keep us there. We are taught that struggle equals like what, chemistry? I mean, for me, I was taught that toxic is the way to go.
Yeah, I would definitely say, I mean, I've said this a lot in the past. For me, I think it's like, I heard this saying a long time ago, is like children learn what they live.
Yes.
So if your environment is toxic, you're going to grow up and think that that's how it is. Like, I seen my mother be married 9 times. And,
Facts.
you know, a lot of the people she married weren't very nice. I seen my father go through his own struggles. He also wasn't very nice at times, like towards the end when he was stopping his drug and alcohol addictions, or when he wouldn't have those drugs and alcohol in his system, he wasn't very nice either.
Right.
So it's like I had those toxic things happen in my life. And so I was like, hey, that's what I'm supposed to be with. I'm just supposed to be with like a broken, battered, beat down person.
Yeah, for me too, it was confidence. I'm like, well, I might as well aim down than aim too high because I don't want to be rejected. Why is it important for people to keep working on themselves?
Everybody, you have to grow all the time, right? Like nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect ever. There is always room for growth. I think that's why you have to, because you're always going to learn something new. There's always new things coming out.
Educating yourself.
Right, educating yourself. We never should stop learning. You
Nope.
should always be trying to learn something new every day.
Absolutely. Gotta love each other, not hate on each other. We have to do more love, no hate. Have you ever known someone wasn't good for you and still said, let me just see where this goes?
Absolutely.
Too many times. Yeah, me too. He was my rebound turned to ex-husband. Ugh. And also my ex-girlfriend too. Same. Now, do you actually like them, or do you like the attention they give you when they're in a good mood?
Yeah, see, I think that's what it is for most people, is they like the attention that they're getting when the person is in a good mood, like they're showering them with gifts or love or attention. But then that might only last for a few moments or like a day, and then it goes right back to the same stuff. You keep noticing all these red flags, like they're mean to you, they're nasty to you, nasty to your kids, sleeping all day, spending all of your money, blaming you that you guys are broke. Meanwhile, they've been sitting on the couch for the last 3 weeks in the same pair of sweatpants and haven't showered.
I would always go back to the person I thought I like actually loved and cared about,
Yeah, because I think with that is like they were whoever when they met you, and it's very easy to put on a facade and pretend to be somebody you're not for a date or like a one night stand or something. But it's very difficult to continue to be that forever if you decide to stay in a relationship. People get in this whirlwind where they're like, this is so great, this is fantastic, this is wonderful. And then once all of that honeymoon phase wears off, bam, now they're just an asshole.
Absolutely. Now, here's a good question. If they treated you the same way they treated their ex, would you still be interested?
I mean, no, obviously you shouldn't. But a lot of people, I also feel like, see how these people treat their ex or treated their ex or talk about their ex.
Yeah.
And then you find out later on that like maybe the ex wasn't the problem.
Right. And especially when there's no accountability. With you were somebody who was like, no, I was really shitty to my ex. And I was like, wow, that's refreshing. Nobody usually says that to me. So like, I agree with that. I think that is very honest, and I love that. So
you have to have growth, right? Like if you cannot accept accountability for what you did, try to do something to change it and genuinely continue on changing that, then sure, you should be forgiven and you can move on. But if you're going to not do those things and not take accountability and not see where you went wrong, because every relationship, both parties when it gets bad, do things wrong. It's not one
Absolutely.
person versus the other. Like, you both, if you look back, you're like, yeah, you know what? I wasn't giving as much attention to them. They weren't giving me attention. I went out and I talked to somebody. They went out and talked to somebody. Whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
you both were doing things that you probably could have tried a little harder on changing. And if
Absolutely.
both people don't do it, it's not going to work.
Exactly. So let's get into this piece because I think this is important too. Now, when you have the relationship, those relationships can also turn toxic. So here is the keys that Landon and I use of maintaining a healthy relationship. Now, ladies, I don't know about the men so much, but I know a lot of women do this. If something feels off, say it early. Not after you've built resentment, not after you've overthought it for 3 days, right when it happens.
Bingo. Right away. You feel anything, you need to speak up right then and there. Do not.
It's hard. Our ego gets in the way, but it's
I,
needed.
I would say the ego, but it's also like fear. I feel like a lot of people, like including myself, but you have to just like ride the wave of emotion, ride that fear out, but still do it. Like it could be scary. The person, like if you have something that you want to talk about, it could be scary. You feel like they might not react the right way. Even if they've never given you a reason to feel that way, it's that fear that you're like, oh no.
Right, absolutely. No, that makes a lot of sense to me. If you feel like you have to perform, pull back. The right person doesn't require a different version of you.
Exactly. They like you for you, exactly who you are, how you are, and how you've been the whole time.
Absolutely. And that, not doesn't go against like trying to evolve as a person. If you're not getting clarity, ask for it. And if the answer is still vague, that is your answer.
Then that's also a red flag, though, too. So if they're not giving you a clear answer that is clear and concise, probably should rethink.
I know it's hard. Some people have a very hard time communicating. Like, this is like one of the biggest issues in relationships. But communication is key on everybody's part.
Always.
You have to. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if you need a minute, even if you're like, you know what? Give me like an hour, give me 2 hours, let me just calm down and then we'll talk about it, like that kind of thing. But there has to be communication on both ends. The vague side is definitely a double red flag.
This one right here is probably it's important to me, and it should be very important. If your needs aren't being met, stop lowering them. You are not too much. You are just asking the wrong person. Because again, like I said this before, if they want you, they will show you. They will make the efforts. They will call you. They will bring you little gifts. They will be thinking about you, talking about you, texting you through the day. Nobody is too busy to send a 2-minute text. Voice your needs. If there is something where you're like, hey, my love language is this and I really need this from you, they should be responding with, I'm so sorry, and then they should try to do better. Like, I will do better, and then they try to do better.
Absolutely.
And they should show you that.
Yes. And here's another important one. If you set a boundary, keep it. Not this one last time, not okay, but just today, keep it. That's when people stop taking you seriously. You literally are showing them that you're never going to.
That and how easily they can break you down.
Yep.
And basically control you.
Mm-hmm. And if that happens, that is another hella red flag.
If your relationship is draining you more than it is fulfilling you, that is your sign that you need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
You don't need any more signs. If you are not feeling like every day you're feeling loved and fulfilled and like you're happy and just at peace, you are not at war inside yourself, you're not at war with your partner or at war with anything, then you should run away if it does not feel that way.
Absolutely. And you don't have to figure it all out, but you do have to start choosing differently, even in small ways.
Absolutely.
Now we have one last thing to talk about today. This is somebody, I get messages all the time, and somebody sent this to me, and it was kind of cute. So I think if you guys are into it, we should totally keep doing this. And this is a viewer story. I love this. Their name is Girlfriend in Theory, but Buddy in Public 247. Dear Liz and Landon, big, big fan. I need your help because I feel like I'm actually starting to lose my mind in this situation. I've been talking to this guy for almost 3 years. No, we don't talk to a guy for 3 years.
Absolutely not. Too long.
Way too
Next.
long. And when I say talk, I mean we text every day. We hang out all the time. We spend nights together. We act like we're in a full relationship, but he's never actually asked me to be his girlfriend.
Next.
He calls me when he's having a bad day, tells me I'm the only one who understands him. He leans on me for everything emotionally, and for a long time, it made me feel special, like I was the one he trusted the most. But every time I bring up commitment, he says he's not ready and doesn't want to ruin what we have.
You are on the back burner, girl.
I expect an engagement by that point.
I'm a firm believer. If you do not know that you want to marry somebody within the first year of dating them, you're most likely never going to get married.
He still follows his ex. She always likes his posts back. Not just likes them, but consistently.
Sounds like he's still hung up on his ex.
Yeah. And every once in a while, she'll post old pictures of them together with captions like, miss this. Inappropriate.
Again, just not over his ex.
And I try to ignore it, but it doesn't feel like it's something that's actually over. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, you are correct. One time he accidentally called me her name. Ooh. And when I reacted, he laughed and said it was just a habit.
No, it is not a habit. That shows that these two are still in love with each other.
Literally. He also has this way of joking that doesn't really feel like a joke. Like he'll make a little comment about me being too emotional or say things like you'd be perfect if you just relaxed more and then tell me I'm being sensitive if I don't laugh. That is gaslighting to the highest degree.
Seriously.
Sometimes he'll just disappear for hours or even a full day, and when I ask him where he was, he'll say busy and act like I'm doing too much for even asking. Then there's been times where I've been at his place and he's been scrolling at his phone the entire time, barely engaging. Normal. But then the second I leave, he suddenly texts me like nothing happened. One night we went out and everything felt perfect. It felt like maybe we were finally shifting, but his phone kept buzzing the entire time and he wouldn't answer it. When I asked who it was, he said it was just a friend. Later that night, I saw a name pop up and there was a heart next to it. I asked him about it and he told me I was doing too much and needed to relax. I'm going to punch this guy. Another time I overheard him on the phone with somebody who referred to me as his buddy. His buddy.
His buddy.
Wow. That is him talking to another woman, because you don't say buddy unless you're trying to hide the fact that you're with a woman.
Right. Why would you ever call your girlfriend or the person you're sleeping with or talking to or seeing or whatever the fuck this is, your buddy, if you wanted to be with them after 3 years?
Absolutely. This letter goes on and on and on and on, and to be completely honest, I don't even need to hear anymore.
No. If you are listening to this podcast right now, whoever this is, leave, dump his ass, block him, ghost him. That's what he deserves. You just to block him, ghost him. It seems like you guys aren't living together. You said he was at his place, this and that. Easy, done, bye.
Seriously, and this guy has no interest in you, and I hate to say that, but he is, like I said earlier, keeping you open as an option. He just wants you there when things fall apart, and he goes to you when his other ex that he's also trying to get, because he's not just talking to you. He is talking to other women and including this ex of his. So he's waiting for her to make a decision on his part so that he can give a decision to you. And unfortunately, I just don't ever feel like he's going to pick you.
No, he's not. No, leave.
So That is my answer for you on that one. You deserve so much better. It seems like you're putting so much time and effort into this. 3 years is way too much. That is 3 years that you could have been getting some good loving, maybe a nice rock on your finger if that's how you flow. If not, that's cool too. Maybe somebody that you could just chill with, go to a movie with, hang out, watch some fucking reality TV, whatever you want to do. Waste. Get out of there. Go find somebody else. Hell, you could probably get a better option online dating than that bullshit.
And here at the end of the letter here, I'm just reading a little bit here at the end. We talked about this. She says, because when we're good, we're really good. But when we're not, we're really bad. Girl, we already talked about this. Like, not good. That's red flag to the highest degree.
Yeah, you already knew that though, writing your letter.
Right.
So this is your validation, and I hope you take it. And I'd love for you to write back in and let us know how it went.
Please leave him. When you write back, I want to hear, I left his stupid ass.
Exactly. And maybe just left him a poop bag. Whatever. He deserves one from me. I'll give him a poop bag.
You know, you can send poop to people.
I know. That's why I'm talking about it.
That's crazy.
I want to send elephant poop.
To this
guy. Because
that
shit is big.
Yeah, to this guy.
Right. Elephant and giraffe shit together. Diarrhea days. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Our next episode, which will be recorded in a couple of days, is going to be so cool. I love UFO talk. We're going to be talking about the Oakville blobs. And if you don't know what that is, just imagine it was raining, but instead of water, it was mysterious gelatin blobs falling from the sky, literally making people sick. No one ever fully explained what in the hell it was.
Science experiment gone wrong. Or how they could maybe kill mass amounts of people quickly.
Next time we're going to get into all of that. We talked about it. We broke it down. We gave you all the signs. And at this point, we said what we said, but it's up to you because it's always
us against everything.